I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT, one simple prompt, to turn your photo into a hand-drawn sketch. And then I'll show you how to turn it into one of those 1990s amusement park caricatures. You got to stick around for that. That's really cool. Tech it before you wreck it. What's up, geeks? I'm Kirk. So my last video where I showed you guys how to use ChatGPT to turn your photo into one of those action figure photos, that was super popular. If you haven't seen that yet, I've got a link to the playlist down in my description. But I wanted to expand on that and do some other cool stuff. You know, sketches are hard. There are ways to do it in Photoshop to turn your photo into a sketch. There are apps to do it on your phone. They never look realistic. They never look good. But ChatGPT can actually do an amazing job with it. So I'll show you the prompt and how I do that. I'll walk you through the process. And then I'm going to show you transforming your photo. This is in the B side of the video, if you stick around for this, into a caricature like you used to get. Remember at the amusement parks back in the 1990s? The person would be sitting there, hand-drawing caricatures. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's really cool. I've got the prompt for that as well. So let's jump right into ChatGPT in the web browser. And I want to point out, this is the free version of ChatGPT. I did not pay for a membership. You can do this without paying. Now, in my previous video, I did have some issues where people said it wasn't working. So the first thing that you should do is just check which version of ChatGPT you're using. And I think the easiest way to do that is to ask ChatGPT by typing in which version of ChatGPT are you? And it should come back pretty quickly and tell you. This one says you're chatting with ChatGPT based on GPT-4. So again, check it. Make sure you know which ChatGPT version you're using. This says specifically it's the ChatGPT 4 Turbo variant. Hopefully you're on the same one. The next step is to hit that plus button. It's right next to where you type in your prompt and select upload from computer. Here you need to upload some sort of photo of yourself. It can be a selfie, it can be a portrait, whatever you have is fine, and click open and it'll add it to the prompt like that. Now for this pencil sketch, it's a simple prompt. And keep in mind, I will put all the prompts in the description if you want to use those. But I'm going to simply type this. Use this image to create a hand-drawn portrait. That's it. That's it. I'll hit enter, I'll submit that, and ChatGPT will go to work. So keep in mind, this can take a while. I've had this take 4 or 5 minutes. It can take some time, and I think when you're on a free account, it may even take longer than if you have a paid ChatGPT account. All right, here it is. What do you guys think? I mean, I will say, my teeth are a little weird looking, but the image does look amazing. It looks like a real hand-drawn image. Now, I don't like the teeth. So what I'm going to do is go back to ChatGPT and tell it to tone down the teeth a little bit. And I'll literally just type that, tone down the teeth a little bit, and see what it does. It should go back and revamp that exact same image and hopefully tone down the teeth. I don't know why they were so prominent in that drawing. All right, there we go. What do we think of this one? I kind of like the first one better. I'm not really sure. I guess it's kind of weird seeing myself as a hand-drawn image. What you will notice, and I think this is interesting, ChatGPT took some liberties. Notice in my original photo, see the curtains go all the way to the end of my head, whereas in the hand-drawn sketch, the curtains end before they even get to my head, which I think is interesting because it shows you that it's not just converting the image itself. It's taking the image, using that information, and then truly generating a new image. In this case, my original photo, let me show you that again, kind of stops right below my chest, whereas in the second hand-drawn image, it actually goes down to my waist. It creates content that wasn't even there. That's the kind of thing that AI does. But I think that's really cool. Now, let's talk about creating a caricature. Remember back in the day in the 90s, they used to draw these at the amusement parks. You'd pay 10, 15 bucks to have someone draw one of you. I want to create one of myself using that photo. So let me go back and upload that photo again. I'm not sure if this is necessary. I could probably just ask it again to use the same picture. But for the sake of making sure it knows what I want, I'm going to upload the photo again. The prompt says, use this image to create a color caricature similar to what you would get at a theme park in the 1990s. Let's submit that and see what ChatGPT does with that. All right, so there it is. What do you think of my caricature? I think it's pretty cool. I'm not so sure about the nose. I'm a little self-conscious now. The ears are big too. But you'll notice ChatGPT increased the framing. We talked a little bit about that. I do like the gray hair. The facial features are pretty good. I just think it's pretty cool. Look at the polo. They match the color of the t-shirt underneath the polo. I'm pretty impressed. And the cool thing about ChatGPT and AI is that you can try anything. So like I mentioned, I threw the actual prompts that I use down in the description, but I'd love for you to comment back, which prompts are you using? What should I try next? I'm actually curious to hear what you guys are doing with images on ChatGPT. And if you like this kind of content, whether it's AI videos or cool geeky unboxings of new tech products, I've got a lot more cool videos coming your way here on the channel. So I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Tech it before you wreck it. I'm Kirk.